Yeah, proud of our guys. I mean, Evansville's a tough team, well coached, physical. They do a great job guarding the dribble. They put you in a lot of disadvantages on defense with some of the rotations because of Coleman. So really proud to be able to, kind of grind that one out. We didn't shoot the ball as well as we would like to, but we have a lot of things we need to do better in order to have success tomorrow.
Todd Epperman, you want to start us off?
Brian, just how was Jones able to find his way to the basket there late in the game?
He did a good job changing speeds. Obviously we kind of challenged him at halftime. He came out with better energy, I thought, and was able to hit some gaps. And, I thought he could have had a couple, and ones that he just barely missed. But he did a good job in the second half, I thought, just playing downhill and being a little bit more under control as well.
You said you didn't shoot as well. Did you want to go a little bit more inside out? It seemed like you used your big to screen a lot more late in the game, instead of actually posting up and trying to get an inside presence.
Yeah, I thought Evansville did a good job with the post D today. I thought their physicality was really good, and I thought the lane was open, so we were trying to get some driving actions down there. But we just got to do a better job moving the ball. I think the ball stuck a little bit today, a little bit too much dribbling, and I think when the ball moves, our team is a lot better, and we get better shots offensively.
Why do you think Ben Harvey's kind of struggled to find his shots the last two games?
You know what? I think he's okay. Everyone kind of goes through ups and downs. I think Marcus had a couple games where he didn't shoot the ball as well as he wanted to. So he'll be fine. He's got to continue to rebound for us like he has been doing, continue to play with great energy on the defensive end. And, I never really worry about Ben offensively.
You don't know what's going to happen in the league tomorrow, playing a second game, but in the big scheme of things, how big would a sweep, try to get a sweep when you can in the league race?
Yeah, it's obviously the second game in the league, and for us, we just want to try to protect our home court. I think we want to try to we got another game tomorrow. We're going to try to win every game we play in this year. We know we have to play better if we do want to win tomorrow, and it's going to be up to our guys how they come out with their mentality and their energy. But it's going to be a huge challenge to come back and play Evansville again. I know they're going to be ready.
Thank you.
Jason Hurst.
The three wasn't working, and I felt like when you guys drove to the basket and were getting aggressive, you were getting to the foul line, I think you made 12 more foul shots than they did, and it seemed like every time you were able to do that, if they were hit a three, you were able to kind of still space it out. Do you want to continue to stay that aggressive?
Yeah, for sure. We've got to be aggressive offensively. We've got to be aggressive with poise, though. We can't lose our minds. We can't, just drive it down there and allow them to take charges on us. We've got to have our eyes up when we get to the paint and make good decisions.
I thought there was a couple times where guys would drive, but you maybe got a little too deep, so either it was blocked. It seemed like sometimes their length gave you a fit. How do you make sure that, like you said, that there's still good ball movement, but you go in there, but don't get too deep in there, and you get like what you asked, I guess, from Lance, is trying to get those and ones?
Yeah, I think just, having your eyes up when you drive. Evansville does a good job of kind of digging at the ball when you're, one pass away, and then they collapse with the opposite weak side guys to take away the pain, and their guards are really physical when you drive it. So just making good decisions, come to 2-foot stops in the paint, and if you got an open, layup or an open drive, to go ahead and shoot. If not, our guys away from the ball got to relocate and get open too.
And the last thing for me, good teams find ways to win. Would you describe this as a way that you survived, you found a way to win?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we played poorly. I don't think we played our best. I think a lot of that had to do with Evansville and, how physical they are, how well they guard offensively, the type of actions they run. So I give them a lot of credit. I think we need to play better if we want to win tomorrow.
Thanks, Coach.
Matt Barney.
Coach, for the longest time, it felt like somebody just needed to take over to create the distance that you needed to win this game. Lance eventually seemed to fill that role, but for the first 30 minutes or so, it kind of looked like the team was searching for who that was going to be. Would you agree with that? And can you speak to the need to have someone always willing to step in and be the guy for the team?
Yeah, I think end of the first half we got a little stagnant offensively. Like I mentioned, the ball's got to move better. We don't have one guy that needs to take over the game ever. We got 5 guys on the court that can all score the ball for us. So I think we just got to trust, in terms of the ball movement, change sides, get the defense shifted a little bit more than it has been, and then be able to attack the gaps and drive closeouts and get one more. So, we just got to make sure that we're hitting the open man.
I know everybody here has already asked you about the three, but and I know that you have said multiple times you don't want to live and die from there. But when the other guys hitting 40% or better, and you only make, I think it was 2 for 12 at one point or whatever it was. Is today's showing just a bad day from beyond the arc, or is there something that you can go in tonight and say this is what we have to do to fix today's struggles?
From shooting wise, I think for the most part, they were all pretty good looks. Maybe 1 or 2 were rushed a little bit in transition, but we got pretty good looks. Obviously, we're going to be okay with Marcus, Trent, Lance, Ben, Steven, any of those guys shooting threes as long as they're good shots. And we didn't take 25, 30. We took 13 of them. So I think we're okay with that shot selection. Hopefully we make some more tomorrow. But, again, I think if we take care of the ball a little bit better and then defensively clean up some things, that'll provide more success tomorrow.
And the last thing for me, Coach, I know records don't mean too much for coaches, but this is the first time the program's been 7-0 in more than 70 years. Can you just speak to the historical impact of being able to be 7-0 for the first time since I think it's the 47-48 season?
Yeah, obviously, just what happened the last 24 hours with Coach Herron, just the impact that he's made on this place, we're all kind of following his footsteps in terms of the guys that have came after him. What he means to Southern Illinois, this university, SIU basketball, the legacy he's left is something that, we kind of strive for and achieve for. And, hopefully, we can continue to build this program and represent him the right way.
Thank you, Coach.
Ryan Scott.
Yeah, just how do you think the team was able to hold Evansville scoreless there at the end of the first half, even though you weren't able to get any points towards the end?
Yeah, I thought our first half defense was pretty good. The guys were connected for the most part. We gave up a couple open threes, but I thought the guys were on top of the game plan. So, we're going to win with defense like every team is in the Valley. You're not going to outscore teams, 190 in this league, and we got to continue to get better on that end.
Adam King, do you have any final questions? Not hearing any, so Coach, you want to wrap us up with some final thoughts about Coach Herron and his impact, not just in basketball, but in the community?
Yeah, obviously, like I think I mentioned to Matt earlier, just, legend, icon, whatever you want to call him. And for me, I didn't spend a lot of time with Coach Herron, but I've heard so many stories and from Coach Lowry when I first got on campus as a player, as a student athlete, and then coming back here the last couple of years. Coach Herron's been around, and he's been extremely supportive of me. He came to our golf outing this fall, and he's got just one of those encounters. When you encounter him, you feel like you leave better after you have a conversation with him, and he makes your day better. And I think talking to Coach Lowry, playing for him, I think that's what he did for his guys as a coach. He instilled confidence in them every time they stepped on the court. And obviously it's a huge loss for this region, but my thoughts and prayers are to Sue and his whole family. And like I said, we're going to try to continue to build this program, and continue to honor his legacy.